Welcome to Supermotoland TV. Just thought I'd take a minute to tell you about gear selection issues that you might be having on your KTM or Husqvarna supermoto or motocross bikes. It's just something that happens over time. You might find it's increasingly difficult to get into neutral, and it's generally because of these. This is the shift star, so this is what actually gets rotated every time you change gear, and there's like a roller on a spring. That's it there. So there's a roller that fits into these indents, and sort of when that rotates it, that roller sits in there and basically holds it in gear, so you get the specific gear you want. Now what happens over time is these, on the aluminium shift stars, these start getting all sort of burred up, you know, sort of wear and tear, as you can see there. And this is the neutral one. There's like sort of first and second, and this is neutral right in the middle. And can you see how much that's burred up over the top of it? Sorry, going out of focus there, but that's basically what happens. That's why it gets more and more difficult for the roller to sit there. You know, you're always either bouncing one side or the other when you're trying to select neutral on the stand. So that's what kind of happens and why you have a problem over time. So we replace these about every 50 hours to prevent that. Something else you should be aware of as well, we actually tend to swap to the older type shift star, which is steel, which doesn't burr up because it's steel, but it is prone, although very rarely, to some breakage. We had a crash the other day where it took a whack to the actual gear shift lever, and that whack managed to break off one of the little lugs here, locating lugs. There it is there. So it didn't do any damage. It came out of the in the oil, you know, got held on the magnet, but obviously you don't want that sort of debris floating around in your engine. I should say though, this happened. This is the first time I've ever had this happen in 10 years of using multiple KTM and Husqvarna bikes. So it is a rare incident. But if you find all of a sudden, like we had, the pins were there for first and second, but it wouldn't shift then to third because the pin was missing. So we couldn't get third, fourth or fifth. So that's basically what happens. You know, it's just sort of diagnosing faults for you. So if you find that you suddenly can't get certain gears, you know, that's probably what's happened. You've broken a pin off. And if you can't get your neutral gear, or you're finding it hard to stay in gear or find gears, then this is probably started getting very burred up and needs to be replaced. Both of these, to get to it, you've got to take the side cover off the engine. So it is a sort of mechanic's job, but it's not too bad. Not just the clutch cover, but the whole like water pump and side cover's got to come off. So you've got to drain oil and water, then take the whole clutch assembly off to get to the shifter, which sits, the shifter mechanism is about here somewhere in the engine. But it's not a complete strip down. You don't have to take the gearbox apart or anything like that. Everything can be reached from the side here. So there you go. Hopefully, if you have any gearbox issues, that will solve them. Until next time.